It's that time again. We're back with another episode of Mice in the Attic, brought to you by the wonderful people of Tonal Vision. I'm your host, Christian Kane. We are here on location, outside, beautiful Baltimore County, countryside, to keep with social distancing. Okay, today we have Brittain Duckworth, wonderful musician and artist that I know from the county, and he is good friends with another Mice in the Attic star, Kendall Gelbach. We can thank her for the recommendation. We are going to listen to some of Brittain's original music, and then we're going to talk to him a little bit, see what he can tell us, how he got started, where he's from, and maybe where he got the name Brittain Duckworth. Without further ado.
Thank you much. First one we're going to do, it's called Enchanted, just released on September 12th. And here you go for Enchanted.
Solve the riddle, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And dream a little, wish on the big bright ones in the sky. So watch me run until I fall, and watch me crawl till I'm whole, and I'm worn out lying, and deeper down in my bones, and the road's been long, but I'm coming home. And when I get there, I'm gonna lay down on hair and go dancing, and open a bottle of wine from a vine far across the Atlantic, and sweep you off your feet, cook you something to eat that's romantic. And by the firelight, it'll all be right and enchanted. So watch me run until I fall, and watch me crawl until I'm whole, and I'm worn out running, and deeper down in my bones, and the road's been long, but I'm coming home. And when I get there, we're gonna lay down our hair and go dancing, and open a bottle of wine from a vine far across the Atlantic, and sweep you off your feet, cook you something to eat that's romantic. And by the firelight, it'll all be right and enchanted. And by the firelight, it'll all be right and enchanted.
Thank you much. This one's called Stardust a Garden, and nobody's perfect, but some people are for each other, and it's about meeting and maybe running away, starting something together. Here's Stardust a Garden.
And you walk into the room, just a glowing like a midnight star. And I'm down here on the end, just a singing and strumming this guitar. You pretend to take a notice, but we both know that it won't go far. 'cause I'm stuck here in the bottom at the end of this sleepy old bar. What if we ran away and nobody chased us, found clean mountain air and sunshine to save us? We'll build us a cabin in stardust, a garden, and all the sins of our lives I hope the good Lord will pardon. And by song number 2, you're swaying like an angel on the breeze. And effortless and flowing, you're my river surrounded by trees. And I try to play it cool, but we both know you've stolen my heart. But I think you should know that it's been tattered and torn all apart. What if we ran away and nobody chased us, found clean mountain air and sunshine to save us? We'll build us a cabin and stardust, a garden, and all the sins of our life I hope the good Lord will pardon. And at the end of the night, folks are leaving, but you wait by the bar. And with dew on your face from dancing, hand me the keys to your car. You say I've known you forever, so let's not make this hard. So I packed up my guitar and we hit the road to find out who we are. What if we ran away and nobody chased us, found clean mountain air and sunshine to save us? We'll build us a cabin and stardust, a garden, and all the sins of our life I hope the good Lord will pardon.
Thank you much.
Real good.
All right. This is the big tuning one here.
Okay, don't worry about it.
So my G string, it's swinging really hard on these new strings. So my solution was to capo the one and drop it a half step, and now it's good.
That's what I do with a G string. Put a capo on
I don't think he heard you.
it. Doesn't matter.
Kurt
Is it?
says you sound like Tom Waits.
Oh, good.
I mean,
I'll take that.
anybody ever
I was
told
listening
you
the other day, and he was telling a story. He's like, some songs, it's like picking potato out of the ground. Other songs you gotta find. He's like your sister's wristwatch or your mother's pool cue. It was like, he's just going out. He's like, yeah, I love this town. A lot of good donut shops in this town. He's like, you gotta love the commitment. You gotta get up early to make donuts. I like Tom. I like his stories. Probably better than his music. Some songs you find like pulling a potato out of the ground. All right. This one, this song here is called 7 Days. It's two things. We borrowed a friend's telescope, so it's a nice telescope, and we've been playing with that. And we would also binge watching a television show on Netflix. We'll get more into that later, but it's called 7 Days. It's about the end of the world. So here we go.
Last night, and through the telescope, I saw the future coming in waves. Last night, and through the telescope, the future stopped in 7 days, and then the world ends. Yes, the future stops in 7 days, and the world ends. So I woke up with a purpose to live the last week of my life. I'm free and easy and full of love, with you right by my side when the world ends. Now I said, where you gonna go when the world ends? When there's nothing left here but the truth. Now where you gonna go when the world ends? 'Cause I know that I'll be looking for you. When the world ends. And then last night, through the telescope, I saw the future coming in waves. And last night, through the telescope, the future stopped in 7 days, and the world ends. Yes, the future stops in 7 days, and the world ends.
All right. All right, last one for you.
After the world ends?
What's that?
We're allowed to clap after the world ends?
Nobody's here. You can do whatever you want. Or maybe we are. I don't know. Nobody knows. This last song, it's called Tried and True. It's about floating the river with your friends. Bonfire at the end. More specifically, the Gunpowder River, which is that way if you were here. But here's Tried and True.
Now I heard it through the wire, gonna be a bonfire, and everybody's gathering round. But there's only one way to get there, so grab your float, head on down. And to the river we slither on the trail, and we got a tune for the cooler too. With plenty enough beers for everybody, plus some whiskey for the crew. Come on and let's hang over in the modern world, but tonight we're tried and true. We cast off from the river rocks without a worry or a care. It's a couple more hours of shenanigans before we get there. So we're cracking up the smiles and cracking up the beers, and we're all along for the ride. Just throw back your head and feel the current and watch the country cruise on by. Come on and it's hangovers in the crooked world, but tonight we're tried and true. We coast in, a time to gather up a pile, and everyone's trying to get dry. So we spark up a fire and build it up higher until the flames are kissing the sky. We're some down home backwoods county folks, everyone's a getting by. We're the Gunpowder River Fire Club, everyone's a floating by. We stashed an old guitar and built a little bar out of a driftwood we could find. And hell, it's never well stocked, but it's always full of nice, cool peace of mind. And then we sit around the fire and talk, drink, and sing, just like our ancestors through time. Oh, come on and it's hangovers in the modern world, but tonight we're feeling fine.
Well, that was Brittain Duckworth. Amazing job playing his original songs. We're going to be talking with him. I'm John Christian Kane. This is Mice in the Attic. I got my note cards. Give me somebody to talk to. Brittain Duckworth.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here with us today, buddy. On location here at Brittain's house in beautiful Baltimore County. Brittain, tell me a little bit about your living situation and the church. This is your house down here, and this is the church. You got a pretty interesting situation, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. We friends and neighbors, man. We moved up here in 2010. I got a job out of college, and our neighbor a few doors down said, "Would you be interested in a situation where you take care of the church? We cut all the grass, weed eat 2 cemeteries, we clean the church for Sundays."
And you do events here at the church down here as well, don't you?
Yeah. We do fundraisers at the church. We do different suppers and dinners, and there's a Christmas bazaar. Nothing going on this year, obviously, with COVID, but absolutely, it's a big undertaking. And then in the Barters, we live in the church house, and we get to experience the beauty of where we're at.
Yeah, how perfect. And when was the house built?
House was built in 1850 originally. It was a log cabin. It's been added on to over time. In the 40s, they added electricity and plumbing and a kitchen. So
all
yeah,
the good stuff that we need.
All the things that are nice and modern. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Brittain took me through it, and you took me through the house today, and it really is neat, man. Yeah, all those whiskey nights, so you got to be careful in those steps.
That's right. A lot of care, but there's a small club of people who've fallen down the stairs for sure.
Yeah. So we have the Gunpowder River Fire Club, and now we have Brittain Duckworth's Whiskey Night Steps Falling Down Club.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Well, let's talk about the first song. That was Enchanted.
Yeah.
And that was you just recorded that earlier this year, didn't you?
We did, yeah. We recorded early this year. Took some time to get it out there, just with everything going on.
Where did you record it?
Stages, Music Arts.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, over in Cockeysville. Really nice. Evan Kornblum, sound engineer, mixed it. We got it mastered by Matt over at Mobtown Studios.
Where is that?
That is in Baltimore proper.
Down in the city, Baltimore City?
Yeah, it's near, I'm blanking on exactly where, but Matt Leffler at Mobtown Studios, nice guy.
Was Enchanted part of a bigger project, or did you just do it as a single?
The Hope is an album, yeah, for sure. It was definitely the song to get started on.
Sure.
And kind of get our feet wet with the studio as well, and with an engineer.
Yeah, get acquainted with everybody there.
Absolutely.
And that's the first one of the potential
that's the
studio
goal.
album?
Yeah, that's the goal for sure.
Yeah.
Is a studio album. Came out on September 12th.
And where can we find all that stuff?
You can check that out at whiskeyfeathers.com. You can, we've got a Facebook page, Instagram page, Whiskey Feathers, and Instagram and Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's on all the major streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes.
All the socials and streaming platforms. You got
anywhere you want to find it, you can find us, yeah.
Awesome. What's the plan for what's the next tune you think you do down there?
Next tune might be the Stardust the Garden. We actually got, I've got some kind of studio time booked. I bid on like a auction for Carver, high school. They had like,
what, to get like bid on studio time
down?
down? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It was like a studio day, and a friend of ours has a kid that went there, and they're like, "You might be interested in this." And
so we're actually, that's kind of, the first song you did was Enchanted. The second song was Stardust the Garden. So we are in chronology here.
There we go.
So tell me about, so it wasn't initially called Stardust the
No,
Garden, was it?
It was well, I don't even know if the title, but that part when I got to it, it was Start Us a Garden, but it was
But as you're singing it, and
Stardust a Garden. It was strange, and then as I sort of meddled with the words, the way I heard it eventually was Stardust a Garden.
Yeah.
It was quick, and then I'm like, okay, Stardust, and I don't know, it came about, and it was initially kind of sneaking those words in there.
Yeah, it has some cool poetry twists in there.
Took a turn, yeah. But yeah, it was just to get it to roll a little better. That was all.
That's cool. what is Stardust the Garden? How'd you come up with? Well, as I listen to your performance, buddy, it's really cool because I'm listening to your lyrics, and it is very like, it coincides with your way of living up here. It's
sure.
like it's not contrived. It's very true and like just authentic. As I've like talked to you in the past few weeks, and then we talked last night, and as we talked one more today, and walking through your house and seeing all this stuff, I'm listening to all your lyrics, and you're just speaking the truth about your life, man.
This place is inspiring. The writing definitely took off when we moved in.
It shows.
It's been, it was different writing before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's certainly, you get inspiration from where you're at. And, we have a big garden. We enjoy it. We can pickle, and it's just enjoyable. It's good.
It looks like the garden's bigger than the house.
Oh, it's for sure is. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It
man.
is. We got pumpkins. We're doing it big this year, so.
You can do all kinds of stuff.
We can pickle. I smoke. We'll smoke meat. We'll get trout and smoke it.
You're gonna have to send me home something.
We'll get you something on the way out.
Yeah, please do.
No doubt.
Okay, so the third song was 7 Days. That was the one that was kind of inspired a little bit about a certain show.
Yeah.
A binge watch.
We got into it late, but people were talking. I think somebody was talking about it at my wife's work. But the Umbrella Academy.
The Umbrella
Netflix.
Academy. Favorite character on Umbrella Academy? 3, 2, 1. Klaus.
Got it. For sure.
So 7 days. So in Umbrella Academy, for those that don't know, you're missing out. But it's about apocalyptic and how they want to save the world and stuff like that.
It's time travel.
Yeah, time travel.
Yeah.
How do they stop this apocalypse?
Yeah.
But you have a cool approach about it. It's not about saving the world in 7 days. It's like, how are you going to spend your last 7 days?
Exactly. Right.
That's cool.
And I'd borrowed a good friend's nice telescope when the comet was coming through. And I'm blanking on the name.
It's not when Percy, or is that the
No, it was the one that had come through recently, and I can't remember the name.
It's not Haley.
No, it wasn't Haley. But anyway, we borrowed the telescope, and we were playing around with that. And then we were at the same time like really binge watching the show. And so it kind of, the inspiration was there, the time travel and the telescope, and it was a quick song, it was a thought. And they're like in the show, they're superheroes and they can actually fix things. And it was more of, I've got the knowledge that it's going to end, and I'm just going to spend it the best I can.
Yeah, and we don't have like octopus arms. And
we can't fix anything.
Time jump and funny schoolboy shorts.
No, yeah, right.
Or we don't get stuck. Anyway, Klaus. Okay, we love Klaus. Well,
my man.
7 days. It's a really cool concept to write a song, buddy. And I really like that. Okay, so our last one we did was Tried and True.
Yeah, that's a local tune for sure.
Yeah, that was the Gunpowder River Fire Club.
That's
line.
right.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
These are like the songs you did, man, and the lyrics you have. I'll say it again. It's anybody that's been on the Gunpowder, anybody that like lives up here, you totally relate to all that stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those where
It's really relatable.
Yeah, and it's one where if you're around and you're here, it is relatable. It might not hit with everybody.
Yeah.
There's those songs like Enchanted. It's about coming home. It could even be after a long day at work. It's not necessarily you being on the road or being gone for a long time. There's some metaphors in there as well. But this one, if you go and do it, it is super relatable. But yeah, we go with friends, and at the end we usually kind of get together and do a bonfire after, and we'll float, and it's just some freedom in it, and let the river take you. And
you have a cool way of mixing metaphors with actual, just the real life things of floating down the river, having a fire, and then, because you can get caught up in songwriting and lyrics, and you want to be super poetic or metaphorical, and this has to mean this and this has to mean that. But you seem to find the perfect balance in doing that, which is
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's really good.
Thanks.
Brittain Duckworth. Okay. You ever heard Bad with Names, Good with Faces? Is that it? Maybe that's it.
That's me.
Okay, well, you're never going to forget this guy's name, Brittain Duckworth. Okay, Brittain, where did you get the name Brittain?
So, I wish it was a cooler story, but My mom at the time, she was like, I think it was leading up to it or in the hospital, but there were like octuplets born in Texas back in the 80s, and I guess one of the babies was named Brittain, and he died. It was like, a whole bunch of babies.
Poor guy.
And so I got old enough and I asked my mom, and in a nutshell, she's like, "You're named after a dead baby." So it's like,
Well,
kind of lied to me. But anyway,
right.
that's what it is.
You have siblings too. How many siblings do you have?
I got one. I got a sister. Her name's Sarah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's Brittain and Sarah.
Yeah, and my parents' names are Greg and Dina. There's no. I got the outlier for sure.
I think when I first heard Brittain's name, Brittain Duckworth, I was like, man, he sounds like the Lord of a manor or something. So, well, in a way, you kind of are
In a
up here,
way,
man.
yeah,
I don't
yes.
know. It's
Sort of.
What it's all in a name.
Yeah.
Brittain Duckworth.
Name is the name.
It's just
With an
fantastic.
odd name too. I think names aren't as important to me.
Yeah.
If my name was Bob, maybe I don't know. But
Well, I
it's
don't
not
see
as important.
I don't see anybody getting their taxes done from a Brittain Duckworth. I think you embody your name so well, and you're very quintessentially Brittain Duckworth. Very much so now, I think. And so you're not from around here either. You were born in the South, weren't you?
Yeah, I was born in South Carolina,
You grew up in Florida.
on an Air Force base in South Carolina, and my parents are actually from Western Maryland, and lived here briefly. I don't remember, and then I grew up in South Florida, and went to college in Daytona Beach, Embry-Riddle, and
Would you study at Embry-Riddle, right?
Embry-Riddle, human factor psychology. Embry-Riddle, it's Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, so it was all geared towards aeronautics. But I studied human factor psychology, which is ergonomics and system safety in a sense. Like when you get in your car and there's bumpies on the steering wheel, or how a grip is, or how a display is on a cockpit, or
So how did you
even your
go
car.
from that to music now and doing what you do?
So I played all through college, and really got into guitar and playing out in college.
Had you played guitar? When did you first play guitar? When you were younger, and then kind of started getting more into it when you were in college?
Yeah, I took when I was in middle school, they had like a classical guitar guy
Like
come
an
in.
elective class. Or
Nylon,
something.
yeah, it was it was nylon strings, and I didn't retain anything, but I got the kind of
Give
bug
you a little
for
taste
it.
of it there.
But it's at that age too, I wanted a steel string. I wanted to play stuff I heard. And then in middle of high school, I got my first acoustic electric, and got into it, and it really didn't take off until I got to college freshman year, and then started on open mics, and one night was at a show late, and
Down in Florida, in Daytona, right?
Beach, yeah.
Okay.
I was playing a friend's guitar, and after the show, and the owner came out, and he was like, "I didn't know you could play. You want to play next Thursday? 4 hours." So I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I could play
Yeah.
probably an hour's worth
Yeah,
at that
right.
point. So I crammed. I think I repeated the set list that first time.
We've all been there a little bit, man.
But yeah, I did 4 hours. I probably did 2 hours and took a break, and then did the same 2 hours. But it took off. I did a bunch then, and then we moved to Georgia in between for about a year, looking for work after college. I graduated right at the recession in 2004, and got a job up here, and did the career thing for a while, and then it just dug at me pretty hard, at least the situation I was in, and then started playing out more up here, more and more, and it's just been a steady climb, I guess, and
that's great.
this situation really helps to balance some writing and playing and working and everything else.
It's impossible not to be an artist up here on the hill, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's tough.
how can you not find inspiration?
You find
up
it.
here?
I got a sign in the house, artwork in the house that says, "Today I will create. Today I will create."
Beautiful.
So I look at that, and I try every day, and it doesn't happen every day.
No, but you can't win if you don't play.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
my thing, man. That's my line.
You're stranded on a desert island.
Mm.
Beer or wine?
Wine. Red wine.
What's your record you're taking?
Ooh.
Can I suggest maybe I'll send him off to a deserted island with a Wood Brothers record.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I love the Wood Brothers record. That's tough. I would be like, can I take like 5?
Yeah. Well,
Love the Wood Brothers.
Wood
There
Brothers,
would definitely
you
be
got a
like
bunch of posters of Wood Brothers in
some
your
live
house.
stuff. Yeah, I love the Wood Brothers. No doubt.
That seems like an obvious pick, the Wood Brothers. And did you get to meet the Wood Brothers?
Met them a few times, yeah, for sure.
So cool.
They're
Jealous, man.
great guys, man.
God. Tell me, where did you get to meet him?
We've met him. I met him at DC 930 Club. We've met him in York at the, oh God, what's the place up in York?
In York.
There's a theater up there.
I don't know. I live pretty close there, I should know.
Met him in Baltimore. The Strand.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Strand.
Yeah. I know the Strand. That's
Ram-
like in the heart of, like around the college area, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, met him at Ram's Head. We've run into him here and there.
Got to meet
For sure.
the Wood Brothers. Lucky. Jealous, man. Well, it's been a treat filming Mice in the Attic here
Absolutely.
with
Thank you
Brittain
guys for coming.
Duckworth and here on site in Baltimore County. We want everybody to stay safe, stay happy, stay 6 feet apart. Keep your ears open for Brittain Duckworth and keep your face covered. I'm John Christian Kane. We will see you later. Brittain Duckworth.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Britt.